Oh, and I'm right back at you. Digging in the stash. What's good, y'all? I know you got comfortable. It's cool. Cool. You feel low on energy? Here. You can go ahead and kill it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Relax, bro. It's 4th of July, man. Go ahead, man. Happy Independence Day. Okay? Anybody wants to come say happy 4th of July? Come on. Go ahead. I say happy 4th of July. 4th of July.
4th of July.
No, 4th of July. 4th of July.
4th of July.
The 4th of July, because 4th of July is Independence Day, right? Because the country that we live in is the United States of America. America, yeah, America. There we go. So everybody know my son. My son is on the spectrum, and so we're gonna be doing a channel for him. Levi, stand up still, man. We're gonna be doing a channel for him on his adventures and whatnot. So Levi's come a long way. I'm very proud of him. Come on, babe. Say hi.
Hi.
So I'm very proud of him and his progress and everything. He's very independent, but he still has a long way to go with his interaction, his speech and stuff like that. So my goal is I want to get him as a bodybuilder and some kind of like fighting sport, all right? So he can develop. Babe, you're on camera. So he can develop and everything. So he got a channel coming. It's called Levi's Lane. You excited? You excited? So it's called Levi's Lane, all right? So y'all look out for Levi's Lane, all right? All right, Levi, say bye to people.
Say bye to people.
Okay, it was bye.
Say bye.
Okay, whatever. Good enough. Anywho, shout out to Levi. Anyway, so oh my God, where my manners? Oh my God, it's the Six Paths Commands. Six Paths Dice here, Mr. Lane. If you need me, women, black women in particular, it's with a heavy heart. Not really a heavy heart, but it's like, yo, I don't know, man. Shit about to get real out here, man. It's about to get real. You know what I'm saying? But before, oh yeah. You know, I also want to include the shit about Trump. Hold on, give me a second, All right, I'm back. My bad. No, because I want to make sure that I tie in the shit with Trump. So, what I want to do is I want to start again with this brother from yesterday and whatnot. You know what I mean? He's very meticulously groomed. You understand? Perfect line in the beard, very, very respectable beard. But I have several problems with this because so he's talking about how to court a woman, right? And this is one of the reasons why the new black love is coming about. Because when he says this, right, he's talking. Okay, whenever a person is talking about dating, especially black people, they're usually talking about black people dating other black people. And in this instant, he's talking to black men on how to date a black woman. Now, somebody wrote a really interesting comment here. And this is what it says. Let me find that, John. Fly Girl Loves Pink says, so the crazy part about this is some of y'all comprehension is very much lacking and it shows. Notice he didn't say a woman you just met, but the ones that you didn't but the ones that you didn't get it. Oh my God. The ones that didn't get it and the ones who don't, they won't. What? And again, he didn't say anything about the first date either, but go off. All right, so before I ever get into my cook or my recook, man, you were absolutely wrong about all that stuff. Because if you listen to the video, right, which we're going to play again, the conversations, everything he's saying, I'm saying, is pretty much, he's phrasing it as if you just met her and you're trying to impress her. He said nothing about it. No, get me wrong. You can make that point that he didn't say the first time y'all go out. He didn't necessarily specify first time y'all go out, but he's talking about a date. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about how you should move on a date. You know what I mean? He didn't say anything about what is the criteria for a young lady like this, right? And again, I've tried this multiple ways. This is why listening to women talk about dating, it can be very disheartening because they always show that they have no consideration for what the man is putting into it, right? And not only that, the way they see other people's money, it's like how you saw money when you were a kid. Like you had an idea that people didn't have infinite money, but if like again, it didn't like you weren't empathetic about it. You know what I mean? Like like hearing, oh man, I had to spend $5 on this. You wouldn't feel that. Like an adult would be like, oh my god, $5, God, that's expensive. You know what I mean? But so no, let's go ahead and just play the video real quick because I wanted to play this because I felt like this ties in because these are for one, men like this, whether they think that they're doing something or not, they're driving black men away from black women. He's a part of why black men are starting to feel like, yo, I don't need to be dating. Men in general are just kind of done with dating. You know what I mean? But guys like this will always be able to post these kind of videos and get a bunch of kudos and biscuits from the women. Don't get me wrong. He's not saying to do anything bad. The issue is that he's talking about. Let's go through it. Let's go through it.
Boys are lost out here.
Let me bring him back.
All right, fellas, I'm finna help y'all take a woman on a date because you boys are lost out here. So you want to text her early in the rising when you know she at work or getting ready for work. You're going to start small talk, rich risings, how your day going so far, what you eat for breakfast, whoop-de-whoop-de-wop. Then you're going to be like, I don't want to hold you too long. I got to get to work myself. You're going to send her $20 to $25 and say lunch on me today. And if you one of them dudes that think sending lunch money is tricking, then you need to take your swimming trunks off and get out the dating pool. Next, you're going to text her a few hours later.
All right, when he makes that point, right? That's an extension of stripper talk. Anyone who's ever been in a strip club, right? The vibe is these girls are in here hustling. They are aggressive. They will put your hand in their nether regions and let you feel the viscous innards because they are selling that thing, right? And again, they're hoping that you got some money, right? And that could be tough. And a common tactic is the whole, you're not spending the money, so so I'm gonna move on from you, or later for you kind of thing, or whatever, you're wasting my time, or you're not spending enough money. You know what I'm saying? But what they'll do is again they'll try to kind of trigger the man, especially black men, with pretty much saying so many words like, all right, nigga, like you broke, right? And I heard Game Changer 00 something make that point about how black men are easily triggered at the idea of being broke or someone implying that they're broke because we really do not like being called broke. And the response that the woman is looking for is for you to say, nah, I ain't broke. I got money. You know what I mean? And again, that's power too. When someone gets you to behave or think or move like you have something to prove and whatnot, that's also power. You understand? That is also power. So what he's doing is that's an extension of that, right? Don't get me wrong. A man can do whatever he wants to do. If you want to send someone money for lunch, all right, cool. But what the men are simply saying, men aren't even saying that, yo, don't do these things. We're just saying, yo, what's the point of doing these things if she's not grateful? All of this is presumptuous, you know what I'm saying? And you're assuming the best about that person with no information, right? And again, the reason why I bring this guy up is because he's like a foot soldier, for what I'm saying, for that ideal of every woman, despite who she is, how she treats you, this is how you should move. You know what I'm saying? And again, now the person who made the point about, oh, he didn't say that it's for a first date or someone you just met, but he doesn't specify that it's for a relationship either. And also not only that, and if it is for someone who's in a relationship, what makes you think that no one needs your help, sir? Dating does not get you laid. It just doesn't. Sorry. And the rest why men speak out against it, because they do this stuff and don't get laid. Okay, like AMS made an interesting point about, yo, if men knew that when they spent like $20 on a date, that he would definitely get some kind of action, men wouldn't have no problem spending that much money on the date. You know what I'm saying? Or after that, she's gonna be so impressed that their relationship can start. Let me tell you something. If women put it all on the table and say, all right, listen, I'm offering this, I'm offering that, and everything. I'm gonna let you test drive. Yo, most guys, if you actually are offering a competitive deal, he's hungry anyway. It's not really hard to get a guy into a relationship. It's more of a matter of wanting to have an owner and property relationship with your man. You know what I'm saying? Something where you have things are lopsided and you have more power than he does, and basically, and anytime you want to change things or edit things, you can. But when people do that, what usually happens is they lead themselves into unhappiness because again, there's no structure, right? But anyway, I'm gonna let them cook some more. Yeah.
Then you gonna ask her what your schedule look like Friday, what you got going on. She'll probably say something like, "Oh, I gotta work, but after that, I'm free." Once she tell you she free, do not ask this woman if she want to go on a date. Of course she wants to go on a date. She not talking to you just to be talking to you, bro. Of course she wants to be wine and dine. Don't say no lame shit like that, dog. Once she say she free, you gonna take the lead and you gonna tell her what the plans are. Date night Friday, 7 p.m. Attire grown and sexy. Now that you told her y'all going on a date, now you have to actually plan the date, bro. Be thoughtful. Don't go pick shorty up and just try to walk in somewhere. No, we don't do that. That's not player. Make reservations. You know how impressive it is to a woman walking into a 5-star restaurant with her date and he say, "Yeah, I have reservations for such and such and such and such." She gonna lose her shit. She gonna be like, him. He really like that. But before the date, bro, go to the mall and get you some grown and sexy attire. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can spend $50 to $150, bro. Get you some nice slacks. Get them tailored. Don't go with no baggy ass goddamn on slacks on, bro. Get them tailored. Get you some hard bottoms. You can get you a polo style shirt, tuck it in. You can get you a button down, a blazer, man. Just be player. And make sure you smell good, bro. Don't smell good for you. Smell good for her. Don't wear what you think smell good because you might like Axe. That don't smell good, bro. Wear some cologne that's appealing to women. Now you smelling good. You looking presentable. Now it's time to go pick shorty up. When you go pick shorty up, never go empty-handed, bro. Absolutely always take flowers. Show up to the door with roses. She gonna take those roses to the restaurant because it's like a form of flaunting and showing off and showing everybody, yeah, my date treated me like a queen. Open every door for her. Don't let her touch no door. If she do, you look that woman in her eyes and you tell her, as long as you with me, I don't ever want to see you touch a door again. On the way to the restaurant, play nothing but 90s R&B. You can throw some 2000s R&B in there too, but nothing but 90s R&B, bro. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Now y'all at the restaurant, y'all got good drinks floating around, it's good dialogue. Make the night about her. Don't talk too much about yourself. Even if she asks you about yourself, redirect it and make it about her and show her how interested and intrigued you are in her. Once the date is over, take shorty home. Do not try to keep that woman out all night. Show her that you're responsible. You're going to walk her to her door. You're going to tell her how much of a great time you had, how beautiful she looked tonight. And you're going to tell her, as long as it's okay with you, I would love to do this again. Kiss her on the forehead and go home, bro. The number one rule, never try to get the draws on the first night, bro. You will be okay. You will not die. Show some D discipline. You're
Okay, so right there on the first night, never try to get the draws on the first night. So we let the draw play all the way, and Shorty already been proved wrong. All right, he is talking about doing this as a first date, and I'm saying, and again, what this is so they're saying, oh, you setting the tone. You want to get her respect, and don't get me wrong. I do think you should try to show women a nice time. You know what I mean? The reality is this. If she want to have a good time with you, she want to have a good time with you. All right. There's a story about the guy who gives the girl a bag of Skittles, right? So the analogy goes that one guy, a woman knows two guys, right? So she has one guy who wants to do everything she wants. He's sweet, you know what I mean? He's kind, he's caring and everything. He supports her, just all different stuff, right? And he's trying to give her the whole world, right? But and she never sleeps with him. You know what I'm saying, and it never gets anywhere. He gets friend zone. But the guy who gives her a bag of Skittles, she's in love with that guy because that guy is a guy who has status. Maybe he's really handsome. You know what I'm saying, maybe He very very successful, whatever, right? And it goes into what I've been telling y'all about. It's not about just doing enough; it's about being enough while doing enough. You know what I mean? Like I said to my young boy, like if you had a girl that was kind of fat and kind of ugly all at the same time, and she's willing to do everything you want, she'll even sleep in the closet while you bring other women into the room and stuff like that. She'll clean the house, she'll work, she'll pay more than half the bills and everything. You would still trade her for a pretty woman who only made sandwiches, and she'll never work more than part-time ever in her life. She only works part-time jobs, and that's the best. She will not work more. All right. Listen, your ass be at work every day eating bologna. You be eating sandwiches. You be eating spam sandwiches, shit like that. You be eating bologna sandwiches, like shit like that. What I'm saying, because again, it's about being enough, right? And again, last up, what he's describing is like an anniversary date. Now he's describing a birthday date. You know what I mean? Like not, and again, and what he's saying is that if you do this, he said if you follow this blueprint or if you do this equation, it's going to equal up to sex. And then, but what's really interesting was that again, he's not talking to he's not talking to white guys. He's not talking to Spanish guys. He's not talking to Arab men. He's talking to black men, and he's saying that black men. Babe, what's up? Babe, I'm doing the video, man. I'll do one search for you, okay? What you want to say? What kind of city car driving? What's the kind of car you're talking about?
Driving.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what car you mean, Levi. Want to try a different car? Levi, you said it like 3 times, babe. I'm not sure what you're saying, babe. We want to pick a different one, maybe like BMW, something like that.
What fast?
Maybe I don't know if that's the name of a car, because usually you tell me like the name of the cars you want to see. I maybe pick a different car.
BMW Driving.
Okay, we'll do BMW. Okay. Maybe when you see it again, or maybe if we see a video of the thing talking about, you show it to me, okay? Babe, I'm doing the video. You can't keep doing that, okay? I'll lose my whole train of thought. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, all right. So he's talking to black men, right? You know what I mean? And again, I am a gentleman. Anyone who's been with me will tell you that I love to show women a good time and everything. But I can't tell someone else in good faith or say it's game to say, yo, give her everything, right? As a matter of fact, I want to read a comment, you know what I'm saying, that somebody wrote I thought was really good. And again, fair, right? And also, when you go to this comment section, you have a lot of women saying this is how great this is. And literally, that's how it's done. Finally, from the mouth of a masculine man. Some girl actually writes, she might invite you up for a nightcap after all that. I'm like, fam, like, come on. Let me see. Let me find that one. Somebody also wrote, this new generation needs this more than you can ever know. Where is that John at? Oh, somebody also writes, all of this is going to make a woman want to keep pouring more in his cup. All right. Somebody wrote, the lunch money you send her, she sends to me. It's already done. Trust me. Somebody wrote, incorrect. This behavior is exclusively for a young lady you've been rocking with from 1 to 3 months, depending on if the energy is being reciprocated properly. I do what works for me. You do what works for you. But this comment, I don't see what I want to see, but this comment right here is more accurate. Yeah, he's doing too much. Ain't no way a girl is going to give that much attention to detail like he is. He'll probably do all that and still not get the cheeks. Let me see something. Damn, I can't find it, man. But anyway, niggas don't like women. Here we go. And then and here we go. Child, we got one. It's not what I wanted, but here's a good one. Child, these niggas don't like women enough to do this. Not for their homeboys, they'll go all out like this. They rather take their homies on trips, vacays, and pop bottles and penises with each other. All you gotta do is observe the comments that's about to flood this post. They hate women. We are just mostly just hoes for them to fuck. Then they right back to defending their homies' honor. Ladies, just date yourselves. The world is different now. When she's talking, so, you know what's funny is about when women get, and again, everyone here is speaking on their experience in dating, right? And when women say stuff like this, what she's talking about is the super duper hood dude that's on that gang shit. And even then, who's taking their friends on vacation? What are you talking about? Men don't take each other on trips and vacations. Like, people go away. I'm not saying men, male friends don't go away sometimes, but that's not a thing to the point where like it will be a problem in a relationship where the guys are always taking their friends on vacations and stuff like that. And another thing that goes on here is furthering the idea that all black men are gay, all black men do not know how to be in relationships. But like, yo, we have the internet now. And what's going on is that, yo, fam, guys are sharing their experiences with each other. Now, listen, years ago, this guy could have made this post and you'd have had more men agreeing with him and whatnot. But more men are talking and more men are realizing that women charge different men different prices. Okay? And if you're a good-looking guy or a guy that has any kind of swag, you've heard a woman talk about a guy that she sees as less attractive than you and how she got him to do X, Y, and Z, but you're the one who's smashing. That's another big problem with this too, right? And you can't buy love. One of the reasons why women will support stuff like this is because it's based off the idea, like, yo, I don't have to commit to this guy or do anything. If I support the idea of, yo, again, black people love to not do shit the right way because we think there's power in being beyond reproach, not getting things that we don't deserve. You know what I mean? We think there's power in that. No, you should get what you deserve. That's what people are saying. But stuff like this is a reason why we're getting into the new black love. You understand? But before I get to the future presentation, yo, I saw
at the bingo game. We're gonna party right now about President T24, man. It's about the party. What's up?
So there's a video saying, turn this off. There's a video Waka Flocka tells Joe Biden voters to get out while performing. So he's talking about so basically talking about Trump, right? And we're seeing an influx of black men voicing support for Trump. Now, me personally, I'm like, I'm not keen on either one of them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really keen on Joe Biden like that, honestly. And look how that's turning out, right? But all these things are driving. It's getting to a point where black men are starting to align themselves with things that they know that black women are not aligned with. Like the Democratic Party, like a lot of black men are starting to realize, you know what? None of this benefits me. Or like, I'm not involved in any of this. Matter of fact, the face of this is basically, I don't even relate to whatever the agenda is for the left in the Democratic Party at this point, right? And one of the reasons why black people do not like people supporting Trump, and black folks supporting Trump or anything like that, is because black men are supposed to just live right? Live and die for someone else, and only do what benefits other people. Like even in the video that I just played with old boy, that's the one of the reasons why black love is dead, right? That's not how you get into a relationship with a person is pouring back into you. Okay, first of all, again, you've already given them everything. It's one of the reasons why women don't sleep with men on the first date, and men don't want to be with the kind of women who will sleep with you on the first date. Now, y'all can get a little hot and heavy. I can go ahead and kiss and stuff like that, and, maybe touch. And listen, if it go there, right? But one of the reasons why she's not going to do that is because she understands that, you're not going to see this as valuable. You know what I mean? And I'm only going to have one opportunity to have you in a position where I have the power of rejecting you and not letting you, be with me in that way. And once you've been with her, the chase may be over. You know what I mean? And I think that women have also overplayed that hand because you're not consciously working on being a great woman for a man to be with. Because if you're focused on being a great woman for a man to be with, then you wouldn't be as worried. Now, I can make that argument too, but can't say, ladies, on the first date, if it goes very well, these are all the freaky things that you should do that night. I can't tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, even the game that old boy is giving in the previous video, he says, don't make it about yourself. You know what I mean? Make it all about her. Show how interested you are. None of those things mean that you're going to have a good relationship. He's just doing women porn. He's just giving the woman a fantasy. Okay, because again, who wouldn't want to be taken out for an expensive free date? Who doesn't want to be shown a good time, right? But again, that whole day he's talking about a $500 day. If the average person makes $1,000 every 2 weeks, a little more than $1,000 every 2 weeks, what are you talking about, sir? And again, none of that shows he never explained how that would benefit the man. Then he ends up by saying, never try to hit him the first night, just go home, give her a kiss on the forehead. So sir, doesn't that sound like an ideal or perfect situation for a girl who don't like you? She don't gotta touch you, she don't gotta do nothing with you, she don't gotta give you nothing. You paid for her lunch that day, you took her out to eat, you bought her roses, she made her feel special. And it's like, sir, men have been doing this for years and been unsuccessful. And again, I'm not saying don't take a woman out on the first date, but again, it's first when there's this idea that you should just sacrifice yourself and what you want in your happiness is not just not paramount. It's just not really important. You know what I mean? So and here we are. We're getting into the new black love, beloved. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play the video like that, but Lana Del Rey and Quavo have a record out. And it was pretty cool. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Lana Del Rey does this shit where like she sings like a ghost. Like she's singing to you from the 1950s through like a record player. You know what I mean? It's very haunting. Like she has this haunting thing they do. But they put mad reverb on her voice. But anywho, I don't know who thought of this shit right here, but I played this joint. I ain't gonna hold you. It's kind of tough, and also in the video, it's actually like a real cute video. I don't know how else to put it. You know what I mean? Like like they're on the countryside. You know what I mean? She got all her clothes on. You know what I mean? She ain't. You know what I mean? And I guess this was a pic. Now I listened to it. I didn't watch the video. I saw a little bit of the video, but it's pretty much like them on the countryside and kicking it. And, you know what I mean? It's interesting, right? Some real hipster shit, right? But back in the day, I forget what record. Actually, no, wait. They mentioned the record right here about when she had A$AP Rocky. It was in one of the videos like back in the day. It was for the I think it was for Born to Die. Excuse me. No, I'm sorry, they don't mention it right here. But basically, back in the day, she had A$AP Rocky as like the love interest. I think it was I think National Anthem, some shit like that. But it was for the first album, right? And so here we are, and right now, and who knows? It might have just been random, but I don't think y'all understand how popping Lana Del Rey is out to like white girls. White girls love Lana Del Rey. And, you know, I think I showed y'all that video with Adele a few weeks ago, or maybe I didn't, where she's shouting out her black stepdaughter and whatnot, right? And, you know, and I'm like, yo, this is going to be, yo, if black women don't suit up, this is going to be the new black love. And I'm going to tell y'all why you should be nervous about Beloved right here, right? Now, of course, they're not in a relationship or nothing like that, but the imagery, because you got to realize, again, black men have never had this much control over our image. Babe, turn it down, please. Turn it down. We never had this much control over our image. I got to realize that the media is not able to control how we're seen as much. Other women have TikTok and other social media, and they can see intelligent black men. They can see black men making money and see, because they got to realize, yo, we are in a new era where the economy is getting crazy, right? And we're in the future where it's more accepted than ever to have interracial relationships, right? And what's funny is that, you know, whenever you see black men with women who's not black, it's always like this nervousness, especially for a black guy. I don't lie, I get a little nervous, like, oh my God, sisterhood ain't gonna like this. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say I love it all that much. You know what I mean? Because again, black men, we have it ingrained to us to be loyal to black women. And for the most part, we still mostly marry black women, and we mostly want black. All men want someone who looks like them. All right, first and foremost, and also you want your kids to look like you. At least you should want your kids to look like you, right? But anywho, so the economy and the world is changing. All right, and a lot of these brothers, and Kevin Samuels talked about this. A lot of these brothers that's making between 60 and 80, and they nice looking and stuff like that, and got a lot of stuff going on. Yo, those non-black women are going to say, okay, well, I'll take them. You only need 10% of single women from every demographic to have y'all completely cooked, right? Now, it don't gotta be this way, because black men still want black women exclusively for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But we just asking for a good deal, a fair deal. So all niggas are saying is just give me a fair deal. All right. Don't try to bend me over too much. All right. Most black men just saying, can I get a warm plate of food and a clean space? All right. That's not out of your realm of ability. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not asking you, all right, listen, ma'am, I will date you, but only if you were able to do all car repairs on my Volkswagen. If you're able to do all those car repairs, all right, cool, we can go ahead and rock out. That's what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Now, reason why, again, I bring all these things up is because these are things I feel like are driving, because black men are seeing these things, right? And it's getting to a point where black men are becoming Trump supporters, mostly because, like, yo, like, he at least has some focus on, man. He at least, you know what I mean? At the very least, he's still at least carrying himself like a man. Because a part of being a man, and I think we learned this from watching Trump's presidency, about men don't got to be perfect. Everything they was trying to do to hurt that man or break that man down was about being perfect. Trump didn't care about being perfect, because people are not perfect. People don't always say the right things and don't always do the right thing. That's not who human beings are. You understand? Right? But another reason why black men and black people in particular didn't like it was because in our minds, we're always thinking about black men in particular are always thinking about trying to be perfect. And more we realize that white men don't be trying to be perfect, or they don't make every move and try to make every move just flawless, right? Or just try to avoid scrutiny or avoid doing things that people will be offended by. Living your life the way as a man, it doesn't. The idea is to be a gentleman. The idea is to practice discernment. The idea is to have good presentation and have a respectful presentation in existence. You know what I mean? That's the idea. Not just for not just for the sake of people pleasing. You know what I mean? Because that can be avoided. Well, that can lead you to avoid too. But I want to share this clip right here from Shay Sade. I believe her name is Shay Sade. Where is that John at? I wanted to show it, man. I was watching this earlier. And it's this gay dude basically teaching black women how to get white men.
Not all black women are supposed to be with black men. Yeah, and many of you are trying to make fetch happen. You guys are trying to get with black men, and no shade, but black love is a scam. Why is it a scam? It's a scam because for every 100 black women, there are only 88 black men.
Black love is a scam. Okay. Black love created him. Black love created him, me, and every other black between.
Shay Sade, I love you, but I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit, okay? Give me a moment.
Men and women, especially strong choice of pretty much created him. Okay? Created me, and if you're black, it created.
Actually, interracially date and marry at
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second, y'all. Actually, that's cool. I'm already here.
3 times the rate of black women.
You guys.
I mean, all right, so I'm going to fast forward to the part where he gets into like how to basically interact with a white man. Hold on.
And there are also Italians who do not like black people, not just towards Africans, but just darker skinned people in general. I mean, they don't even necessarily like Sicilians. That's not every.
Guys, girl, and have fun.
Okay, stand them. Anyways, let's continue.
Wow, I hope that this is helpful for you as you're navigating.
Physical attributes can be racist.
All right, guys.
And over 35 years old, he's into you probably. If he's younger than 35, he's probably in the skinheads, girl, and you want to stay away. If he is European, he's into you. If he is like an artist, but like well-established and successful, he's into you. Long-haired white guy. So, a couple of things, right? Look at the hair. If it's a redhead.
I mean, I don't you are a black woman as fun as husband.
Into you. He likes you. The thing about white guys is that you're going to have to start the conversation.
There we go.
You're going to, yeah. If you see a guy and the white feet are pointing toward you.
There we go.
Girl, he's into you. He likes you. The thing about white guys is that you're going to have to start the conversation. You're going to have to give him a compliment, smile. You're going to have to ask for help, ask for a recommendation. That's how you're going to interact and engage with these guys.
And that's the point I wanted to get to. I'm sorry it takes long to get there, guys. So now, that's not the first time that I've heard that, right? Where he's saying in so many words that if you want a man that's not black, you're going to basically have to take action. You're going to have to actually, like he said, he's going as far as saying you're going to have to shoot your shot at him. All right, you're going to have to actually compete for him. You're going to have to actually try to get him, right? And again, this is why we're getting to the new black love, and more men are open to being with other women because, like, yo, men are seeing that y'all charge different men different prices. You got a whole different price with that white man. I just showed you a whole video of a guy talking about giving a black woman a first date that's equal to. First of all, no one takes you on those dates like that. Very few women get taken on dates like that. And women in the comments saying, preach. He's so masculine, and you got these simp ass niggas talking about, I feel bad for you women. Shut up. You must not be out here. You must not be experiencing this shit. You understand? Like you're tripping. But anyway, but again, so I remember I seen a video where this girl was talking about this guy that she knew from work. You know what I mean? Where she liked him a lot and everything, but they never would spend time outside of work. I mean, one-on-one. And the only time they would spend time together would be if they never went out unless they were all going out as a group at work. You know what I mean? And then she talked about how for the first time they ever went out, she took him out for his birthday, to an expensive restaurant and so on and so forth, right? And then she's like, "Oh my God, I know you guys are saying like how could you let him do this and that?" And then she ends up by saying, "So I married him." And then he pops up, and it's a white guy, right? And that was one of those videos. Now again, it's not really a big deal, but that's one of those videos that show black men like, yo, she don't see you the same way that she see him. You know what I mean? And it's all good. If that's how you feel about them, all right, cool. But we both free, right? We're both free. And it's like, yo, you got, again, I just showed you a video of a guy that is encouraging men to do the complete opposite. The last guy I showed you, the guy's on the screen now, He's telling black women, yo, listen, you gotta take all the initiative, you gotta take the lead, you gotta let him know you're interested. He didn't say anything about, but girl, make sure he winding down you. Make sure he don't take you here, make sure he don't take you. You know what I mean? He's not saying none of that stuff. But anyway, let me show y'all one last clip.
You don't need no man. You can do it by yourself. So that energy
Woo, this is giving me
comes in.
chills.
That energy comes into the home. They're not. What you talking about? Unless you giving me this, doing that. There's no respect of the man, the black man, in that by black women. And I'm not. Black women, do not be mad at me.
They're gonna be
Because
mad. Trust me.
I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm saying
They're gonna be mad.
there's a majority of you guys that was raised without a father,
Now-
so you have no respect for that. So what's the difference?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me say this really quick because I know my fan base and I know these people,
Ooh, I'm gonna
and
get
they're
in
gonna
trouble.
drag.
How we come to the 2000s, and these women are black women were raised by single mothers, absentee fathers.
The out of
I'm
you
down.
and me.
I'm down.
And me.
I've already been dragged.
So I'm gonna
I'm
say
used
this
to it.
though. I'm gonna say this though, because this
Oh,
is what they'll
Lord, I'm
say.
about to get dragged.
No, you're not. But you will. On my platform, I don't know if you see the comments, boy. But let me say this though. I get dragged every day. It's okay. Now, what I will say is they're about to tell me I'm trying to be white because my hair is blonde in a minute. So, but I'm gonna say this because this is what the black woman will say. Don't you blame the man though for being an absent father? They made black women this way. That's what they're gonna say. So I want you to answer
let me talk
that.
about it being a man. I'm gonna answer all your questions.
Okay.
So let me talk about being a man. Our men, black men, find ourselves in being able to provide and being able to protect. When we are denied the ability to provide, we feel less than. When we are denied the ability to protect, do you know what they used to do? They used to make families. We're gonna go deep. I'm down.
And me.
I'm down.
And me.
I've already been dragged.
So
All right, so I'm gonna stop right there. I want to read a few of the comments, okay? These type of men never want to take accountability and then go to other races assuming that they will tolerate the same thing that we don't allow, only to find out that they were having the same issues over there as well, I guess. Once the woman sees beyond the manipulation, they come to realize that they are the problem and they put the blame on black women to hide their inner issues and not get called out for it. So the comment section is filled of comments like this, right? And the reason why the women will always respond this way, because again, men have to be careful to not overmanage, meaning try to control things that you're not supposed to control or can't control. Women have to be careful not to overimagine. He made a good point. Another byproduct of being raised by your mother or being raised in a matriarchal society is that you think you get too deep into how women think, meaning that you're not even able to realize when other women are lying to you because you're getting into how women tell the story. Women will always tell a story in a way that gets you on their side. Very rarely do women tell you a story that makes them look like complete crap. Even if they are being complete crap, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to make themselves sound but so bad. You know what I'm saying? Or they at least want to try to make the person they're talking about they have the issue with sound like they're a piece of crap or they deserve whatever happened to them, right? But again, the owner property dynamic and everything, right? What you see in that comment right there, that's a white supremacist mindset. What she's saying is that black men ain't shit, right? And I'm sure that wherever you go, whatever woman you with, she gonna see that you ain't shit. She made so many assumptions all at one time about someone she doesn't know and saying something that she can't prove whatsoever. You cannot prove any of that. What are you talking about? Fact, give me, what are you talking about? Like, please give me the example. And on top of that, whenever black women talk about black men, they always refer to the worst black men you could think of. The one that's down low, the one that's broke, the one that don't take care of his kids. Like, and that is the default image and idea that black women have of black men is that any black man, he has to prove that he is great by doing what I tell him to do and being a good servant. And then from there, I'll decide whether or not, you being a good servant is good enough, you know what I mean? but it leads to behavior where they keep moving the goalposts. I'm saying it leads to behavior where there's no work for you to do. People who are great will do the work for the things they want. But again, one of the reasons why Black Love now in the earlier video we heard old boy said Black Love was a scam. Black Love is not a scam because his reason was that Black men date out 3 times the rate. You know what I'm saying? And Shay Sade made a good point about, well, what if the rate is 1%? If the rate is not a big, if it's not a sizable number, then how is it relevant, right? The guy also says that basically there's less men than women. It's not a scam because of the numbers. It's a scam because of Black men are always sold this idea of if you do this, this, and this, you will be rewarded. Because the woman does reward the man. You know what I'm saying? She rewards him with her, right? But the thing is also that if you reward someone, the idea is to give them a good reward. And then you got to ask yourselves, yo, are you a good reward? And it's gotten to a point where men are realizing that, yeah, you know, I could do some of this stuff and I might get in her pants, but after that, what's going to happen after that? And that's why so many more people feel like, yo, I'm going to just shoot my shot. I'm going to just try to see if I can get it to come over. Or if I can, you know what I'm saying, just see what I can, I mean, because again, men are not going to keep wasting time. But anyway, we 46 minutes in, man. That's 2 videos for the day. Know what I mean? We're being productive, man. Let me tell you something, man. Yo, don't give up, man. I just had my first video, my first highest view video. Man, I got a video on Facebook right now just doing numbers for whatever reason. The numbers keep going up. This is the first video I had where the numbers kept going up on the video. You know, so, and I'm like, yo, last year I wasn't nowhere near that. This year is my first year seeing like numbers on my videos where, you know, it's more than 10 views or 20 views and whatnot. You know what I mean? And seeing like consistent traffic, man. I need to do better with my hashtag in Thailand. But thank you for everyone who's made my videos pop and people who are watching and sharing. You guys are a great help, man. I love y'all, man. Please like, share, subscribe, man. I love y'all. 6 Past Commandments, man. Happy 4th of July. Peace.